Hello, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural episode, the first show of its kind, MexiMindMatters. Yes, that is the name we've come up with this podcast. This will be one of a kind, mainly ideas and things that, grind my grits. We will be discussing. I may do another podcast, but that one will be only sports related, sports and WWE related. But this one, is going to be primary one to discuss, what I don't like about society, like what pisses me off, like anything that I can think of comes, to mind with regards to politics, everyday activities, women, God, what have you. So let's kick this off, shall we? Let's see. Okay, so recently, Mexican has become single after 20 months of dating the worst person I've ever been with. That would be Helen Mae Smith. Again, no idea why someone would like to go by that middle name, but oh well. And there was a lot of issues, as I've previously established on social media. I mean, it should have been cut short ages ago. Like, I don't know why I kept putting up with nonsense, calling me by her ex's name for like the first half of the relationship, basically lying about how she was and how she acted. I mean, if she would have been upfront from the get-go, the lemon law would have prevented a second date. But once you find out, I mean, you're already invested, so you kind of feel like a jackass, saying, "Oh, sorry, gotta go." But yeah, I mean, I'm a very loyal person. I don't like to just, call it quits. I like to make things work. I was expecting, change, and it just was not happening. Like, had no common sense. I would say, and I've dated some dumb people, I would say definitely the dumbest person I've been with. Like, it got to the point where, every time we would fight, I would think about the good things that I liked about her. And she had some good qualities. She shared some same views and, spoke Spanish. And I'm not going to lie, was probably, the hottest girl I've gone out with. But, that's not everything. Like, once you're with someone for that amount of time, you think about, hey, will this person be a good spouse? What does this person bring to the table? And it was just like, if I want to accomplish what I want to accomplish, you don't, like, I can't be with someone who is like that, like, who just, goes through life faking everything. Like, she mistreats every relationship she has, friends, family, boyfriends, and it's just a giant circle of nonsense. Like, you can't tell me, you can't tell me that you are deep, when your entire life is just one big fake circle. Like, I can't be by myself. I want somebody to hold me. Let me date this guy, for X amount of time, and then not bring anything to the table. He gets pissed off, gets tired of you, either cheats on you or leaves you. Then, next rebound guy that, comes in, the same thing, either he stops caring about me, or I really don't care about him, piss him off. I don't know what to do with my life because I basically studied Spanish and, don't know what to do with that, so I want to be by myself. Oh, I don't really like you. They break up. Oh, wait, I don't know what to do. I can't do anything by myself. I don't know how to survive. Moving on to the next person, and so forth and so forth. And that's basically where this circle came about in our relationship. She did not know what she wanted. She was about to turn 25, and I kind of saw it coming. Like, I was kind of waiting for the lease just to be over, because it was a cheap rent, $460, and I just wanted to at least outlast that, be responsible to what I signed for, and then, just call it quits when the lease was over. But I guess she, agreed that it was time to stop faking it, as she liked to call it. I mean, I did care about her, but, it's kind of a slap in the face when she says, "I don't want to marry you," when I'm like, I don't want to marry you either. But oh well, what's done is done. If she wants to waste the next person's time or, do whatever, that's up to her. She claims she's going to go to school for speech therapy. I mean, this is the woman that can't even do her own taxes and call people, and do her own stuff, boil an egg, dust, and before vacuuming, and other basic common sense essentials. I mean, am I the only one that thinks that that's common sense? Like, if you vacuum, you dust first because you want to pick up what you dusted. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but let me know if that's not part of common sense. So yeah, it was just not a great relationship. I mean, we had things in common, but we were kind of like two different individuals, which at first I kind of thought we would have more in common. Like, you would think somebody who runs 5Ks and did track would be more amazed that, her boyfriend ran 30 marathons in a year and be more supportive. And that was kind of the thing, is like, she didn't care what I like to do, but yet I would always, and I always like to do things that make my significant other happy. Like, if you want to go to, the park or walk the dog, and you want me to come with, sure. I like spending time with you, even if it's something I don't particularly enjoy. But the same activities over and over, always going to garage sales, always going to the same freaking parks, always going to the dam, always going to the pet land, the pet new puppies, even though you got a dog. It was just circular, and just enough is enough already. Like, and the funny thing is, you see the capability, the possibility of change. You see that in the person. Because, she sucked at cleaning. She sucked at cooking. Yet, she works as a nanny and cleans and cooks for a family of 4 girls. And they've not died yet. So, clearly, when paid, you know what you're doing. She works a few hours as a personal assistant, and she hates it, but the only reason she got that job is because I gave her a good reference, as being her former, dispatcher when she was an interpreter for us. That's actually, for my company, that's actually how we met. And she hated that because she hated taking orders from someone. I'm like, you're a personal assistant. Like, if he says, wipe my ass, you wipe his ass. Like, I don't understand what the complication is. But yeah, she's very good at faking interviews, at faking it through life. And she doesn't know what she wants to do with herself. Like, she literally has no skills whatsoever. Like, she left a copy of her resume on my computer, on my laptop, and man, it's like, there's nothing there. It's like, oh, I worked as a waitress in college and I studied Spanish. Yay. Like, I don't want to be an interpreter, but I don't know what else to do with my life. But she's attractive, and, she gives good first impressions. She can fake it as long as she doesn't open her fat mouth and says something stupid. Yeah, so good riddance, good luck. Many things were wrong, and many things I'm glad that I no longer have to put up with. If you want to check out that list, I'm not going to repeat it here because, we've already spent quite enough time talking about this. But, it is on social media. I was thinking about it because she was trying to reach out. It's like, oh, talk to me, oh, come back, yada, 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 for the first couple weeks. It's been 20 days since we broke up. But, yeah, the first couple weeks she was trying to talk to me. She called me 3 times. And I'm just like, no, like, it's not, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to be with you. And I made a list of, like, in the last 20 days, no dog hair on any one of my clothes. Like, she literally would never groom the dog or clean the apartment, the entire apartment. Like, it was, when I moved out, everything of mine was covered in dog hair, and I had to clean everything. Like, how can you tell me you've cleaned if there's dog hair everywhere? I no longer have to put up with drama. I no longer have to come home and watch you be masturbating to porn where the girl is being, her head's been stuck inside the toilet bowl. Like, I no longer have to come home to you wanting food at 11 o'clock at night and wanting me to go get it for you. Seriously, if you're hungry and you want 4 burgers, go get them yourself. Jesus Christ. And the list goes on and on. I did put it as a status on Facebook, so if you're feeling need to friend me, Alex Feria, the Mexican, it is on there. It's also on Twitter. So, yep, follow me. I expect many followers to listen on to what grinds my grits. And back on that subject, like now that I'm single, since then, I mean, it was, like I said, I saw it coming, and it made it easy to just move on. I was like, okay, done, like on to the next one. And so back on the market, I've been to a few first dates, auditions as I like to call them, on Tinder again, Bumble, which is apparently the new thing. I definitely prefer Bumble over Tinder. Tinder's turned into way too many ads, charging you $20 a month to have unlimited access to what you used to have, and all the accounts. So yeah, it's Tinder is just not what it used to be. And you can tell, like, I'm literally looking at these profile pictures, and mind you, and if you've never used Tinder and you've lived under a rock, you basically put up a main picture that is the one picture you want everybody to see. It's kind of like your personal resume. And some of these pictures, I mean, I'm like, who picks this nonsense to be your main picture? So it's just, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, that is the main picture. Like, no. Like, if I look at the picture, if there's one picture, and it's something stupid like a landscape or your dog or some kind of what looks to be like a screenshot of an ad or something, swipe left. Then there's the profiles that you clearly know this is some kind of bot or fake profile, especially when, Fandango. Yes, because your name, you're trying to tell me that you're 25 years old and your name is Fandango. No parent is that stupid. Swipe left. And then you got the profiles like, hey, I'm looking for the one, so if you're interested in a hookup, just swipe left. Bitch, Tinder was made for hookups, so I'm kind of confused as to why you're on this left. And you just go on and on and on. I swipe left more than I do right on that app. Bumble, it's a little bit different. It's, more real, and the girl has to be the first one to message you, which is okay. But I do find there's a lot of times where they just plain out forget, so it's kind of productive, but oh well. And then you got the online dating websites. Now, I'm not going to completely diss them because one of my really good buddies did meet his wife on there. But I'm not saying there's not the possibility for someone to get lucky, but that's the exception to the rule. Same problem. You have pictures that you want to put up. And I don't understand how you put up pictures and you have one picture of your dog, one picture of your cat, one picture of the landscape, one picture of a city, and one picture with 3 of you on there, and another picture with you and somebody else. So if it's the same person that's on both pictures, how am I supposed to know which one of 2 you are? It's just, I don't understand how girls get away with this nonsense. Now, other things that grind my grits about online dating. Women don't seem to understand the difference between above average, curvy, and full-figured. Now, of course, most dating websites like to be, politically correct about this kind of nonsense and not call people fat. But if I had an online dating website, I would have an option for fat. Because clearly, or fat or obese would be 2 options. Because clearly people don't know what the hell they're selecting. Curvy would be like Angelina Jolie is curvy. Jessica Alba is curvy. I mean, you can be chunky and have curves, sure, curvy. But if you're flat out fat as a cow, you should not be selecting fucking curvy. Okay? Full figured. Like, if you look like you have rolls upon rolls, full figured. Above average, me, I select above average. Like, I'm not fat, not skinny. I weigh more than I should, above average. And that's what I don't understand, is like how women get away with what they get away with. Like, it's okay for girls to ghost, yet I like to use the lemon law, and I get yelled at. And that's the thing, like, the lemon law. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, yes, it's from How I Met Your Mother, Barney Stinson, but it's an actual law that deals with returning used cars. Used car is not what it was. You have 30 days to return it. You apply the same concept to dating. Within 5 minutes of any first date, you should be able to know, asking the right questions, if it's going to lead to a second date. Every time. That's what I do. I've literally gone up, just left. The first time I did it, kind of felt bad because it was at a Mexican restaurant, and I kind of, being Mexican, brought up to take care of the check.
And so it was kind of weird. I kind of stayed, and it sucked. But then I realized, it doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Bars, coffee shops, best places for lemon laws. So from that point on, just lemon law. I've literally walked up, dropped the lemon law, peaced out. I even lemon lawed somebody via text and then blocked the number. Yeah, because girls like to ghost, and girls like to pretend like there's something they're not. Hey, my ex, duh. But yeah, the one I texted the lemon law, her pictures did not match what she looked like. Go figure. I don't care if she drove all the way from Zanesville. She got lemon lawed. And I don't understand what that is. Like I said, back on the market, been on 5-6 dates. First 3, the girl was way fatter than her pictures. Like, I can take if you're a little chunky, but seriously, if you look like you're going to squash me during sex, that's a problem. Lemon loss. Boof, boof, boof. Dropped. And you print out, Barney Stinson's website has this cool little thing. You print it out, you actually write in why, and you just leave it there. And it helps. Like, I hate being ghosted because you don't know if you did something wrong or not. Like, I once went out with a chick, good first date, brought her back to my place, made out a little bit. Hey, I never go all the way on the first date. She left. Good terms. It went pretty well. Never heard from her again. Ghosted, like she just dropped off the face of the earth. Social media, everything. Gone. Don't know why. It's just, I mean, she did mention she had issues with her ex. Maybe he stabbed her. I don't know. Buried her alive. Who knows? But see, and that's the thing. With the lemon law, you know why. If a girl came up to me and lemon lawed me, oh my lord, thank you. Oh, and then it depends on what they put on there. They're like, oh, you're not tall enough. Hey, I can't change. I can't grow. Like, I'm in my 30s. I can't grow more. If it's something I can change, consider it. You're too much of an ass. Yeah, that's not changing. You have your own species to blame for that. But yeah, it just, the ridiculousness on these websites, it's just, no. And then they always try to get more money out of you. And then the profiles that always end up, connecting with or matching, so to speak. Fake profiles. Like, you can tell, like, city and state where the person lives in. Some Amelin, Ohio. Like, okay, Amelin is like this little tiny dot past Dublin that has 2 houses. You tell me you live there. And same thing, they'll put like a picture and like, email me at, and your screen name is Melissa 2016, and your email is matumbo24@gmail.com. Really? That, doesn't give it away? Or text me, hey, and the phone number's not a local area code. No, like, that's just stupid. I have a way of them getting in touch with me via message, like via text message. I put key words that rhyme with the digits of my phone number in my profile, and if they're smart enough to figure it out, it spells out my phone number, and they just text me. Problem solved. The voice having to pay nonsense fees and monthly to be on there. Like, I've, again, gone on there, just now that I'm single, looked up, did some searches, looked up some profiles. There's some bitch on there that I went on a first date and lemon lawed years ago, and she's still on there. I'm like, how do you have the time and money to, like, always be on there? I lemon lawed her because she was a Packer fan. I mean, shit. Packer fans are pretty lonely, I guess. But yeah, it's just, that is the nonsense that we live with. And it's, I don't know why it's acceptable. It's acceptable for girls to do that. Really? Oh, but guys cheat on me, and guys are just players. I'm like, yeah, guys are assholes. Okay, yeah. But every asshole guy has a story behind it. I'm an asshole because of the way I've been treated by everybody I've dated. Cheated on, and this last one supposedly faked the whole relationship. Whether that's true or not the point, but it doesn't make me want to be a nice guy. But, out of the first dates I've gone on, one is half Mexican, so that looks to be okay. So far, been on a few dates. She's passed. Not really lemon lawed her. The only downside is she's not as attractive as I would want. But, everything else is there. She has her shit together. Mexicanness grade through the roof. Sure, why not? But and I'm talking to somebody else. It's actually I have a teammate on the Australian football team. He does the same thing. He like talks to a bunch of them before he gets exclusive. I like to do that too. And then I used to have a schedule, like a set schedule of like, okay, I'm hanging out with you on this day. We sleep together, sure, and move along with your week. I think I got to the point where I had 4 on every week, but you start off like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, and the weekend. You have 2 of them, and then you go from there. But the key is just to be careful. You want to be careful. You don't want to get any get any STDs, which is funny because I've slept with maybe 40 plus women, top, like all together. I mean, I've lost count. I mean, my friend Kato keeps track of it for me. I'm pretty sure the number's appalling. It's maybe about 1 a year, maybe 2. But hey, I'm old, experienced. My ex, 7 people. I was number 7, and she'd already gotten an STD. How do you not take care of yourself? Beyond me. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. Yeah, as the saying goes. But yeah, so I don't understand like how hard it is to plan and how hard it is to like know what you want, go out there and search for it. Basically, like again, let's pull up one of these profiles right here. Okay, look at this nonsense. I would like someone who is serious but can also make me laugh and knows how to hang out but also stay in and watch a movie, and somebody who is active but likes lazy days. Seriously, that's like everyone. Everyone's like that, and then you look at what you're looking for. 5'5" to 8'11". Really? That's the height you're looking for? Sure, why not? Oh, they can make 30K or 100K. It doesn't matter. See, these are the profiles that drive me nuts. You put this on here, so it basically applies to like any moron that thinks they fit the bill. I mean, I fit the bill, 5'5" to 8'11", and I like all those things. Sure. Send them a message. They never answer. Now, that's another thing that grinds my grits. If you are on an online dating app and somebody messages you, like a guy messages you, and you don't respond, drives me nuts. It's ridiculous. It's like, so you have no manners, basically, is what you're trying to tell me. I get messages from Ugmos on there, good news as I like to call them. That's wildebeest in French, for those who don't know. And I'm like, no. And I just reply to the email, like, sorry, no. Or I reply with, yeah, not happening. And you can block them. You don't even have to talk to them again. Or you can reply with a simple, sorry, not interested. Problem solved. But no, girls like to just ignore the email. And the worst part is the phone version of these apps, some of them tell you when you've read the email. So I know you've read it. And yet you're still just letting it sit there, not doing anything about it. Ghosting. And girls are okay with that. Like, and then the people I tell the lemon law stories to, they're like, I can't believe you do that. I'm like, are you serious? A girl, if you're a girl and you've sat through a first date, knowing full well it's not going to be a second date, but you sit through the whole thing and then never call them again, that is what is wrong with society, and that is why the lemon law exists. So basically, talking to this half Mexican girl, and things are going smooth. Took her to the social for the Australian football team. She held her own. It's refreshing to know that somebody can hold her own in a gathering of people. Also, after like a date, she decided to come watch me play and brought a friend. Like, seriously, that is awesome. Like, my ex would never come watch me play. It's like, oh, I'm not interested in that. Bitch, you think I'm interested in going to the same park day after day after day? No. Just, that's what you do when you're in a relationship. You do what the other people likes to do. You think I like watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians? A show that literally makes you dumber? I still don't know why she watches that. But yeah, it's just, that's what you do when you're in a relationship. And it was refreshing. It was definitely refreshing to see somebody, be able to do that for someone else. And she lives not too far away. So that's a plus. She's currently moving. She does, however, like some of the opposing teams that will normally get you lemon lawed. Now, the Spurs, I'm a Laker fan, so yeah, that we might be able to accept that, especially since Duncan retired. But Michigan. Yeah, she likes Michigan. But she also likes Texas Longhorns. I asked her if one played the other, who she'd prefer. She'd root for Texas over Michigan. So she's not really a Michigan fan, so to speak. Also, she is a Patriots fan. That's, acceptable. Soccer, obviously, roots for Mexico and the U.S., I'm guessing. So it's okay. It's livable. I mean, it's to the point where I'd much rather put up with that nonsense than any other bullshit that, I've put up with recently over the last 20 months. And it helps. I have two others I'm talking to. One really likes the fact that I ran all these marathons last year. That's the other things. Like, I don't understand how somebody who has a running background does not appreciate the amazing feat I accomplished, but yet everybody else does. Like, I don't think it's that big a deal when I bring it up. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. But everybody's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Like, respect. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. But your own significant other didn't care. Didn't care about it. But yeah, have somebody that thinks that's amazing. Sure. Then I have sorry, tickle my throat. First podcast ever, not used to talking for this long a time by yourself. This girl I'm talking to likes running, thinks that's amazing. So something might be there. And then this other girl I'm talking to is taking forever to go on a first date. But it's just, taking forever to set up a date. Like, she canceled the first one because she didn't read her schedule right, couldn't do a lunch date. Then was going out of town, so she couldn't do that one. I mean, okay, she's the prettiest of the ones I'm talking to, but I mean, and I will say this, she does have a kid, which initially I was going to lemon law, because that's, one of the lemon law offenses. But one of my teammates, again, was telling me, hey, they have their shit together when they have a kid, so don't just necessarily rule that out. So we'll give her at least one date, but so far it's not looking good. But yeah, supposed to see the half Mexican lady tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Nobody from the team told me that they didn't like her. She was very friendly. Watch me at my best at the boat race, but we'll have to run her by the friends if it ends up going that way. But at least understandable. Like, she understands the concept of what I want to accomplish with the races. Is half Mexican, so she knows all about that. Loves sports. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, this is basically more refreshing. Like, it's moving on very easy. I feel like the more nonsense I put up with relationships, the easier it is to move on. I'm not sure. Maybe could just be because of the people. But I have noticed that, and I read somewhere that people who speak multiple languages tend to have multiple personalities. I kind of subscribe to that. It kind of makes sense, because I've always felt like I have a dual personality, maybe three. Definitely English, by far the most asshole-ish of the three. Like, I think Spanish or maybe French is my nice guy persona, which kind of comes out more when I'm in a relationship. But every time, I'm such a dick. Like, I am such an asshole because of the shit I've been through. Like, it's ridiculous. And another example, my ex was pissed and stopped trying to reach out to me after 2 weeks because she realized, he switched out the renter's insurance to come directly out of my account. How dare he do that? How does he have my account info? Oh my God, he's going to steal my money. Woman, if I wanted to fuck you over, I would. Like, you're so dumb and easy to fuck over that I would. But what am I going to accomplish with that? Daddy is just going to come over and save you, bail you out of difficulty, just like your mom, just like your dad, or your grandma did when you couldn't pay off the dog in a year and you had to borrow $2,000 that she's never going to get back. Just why would I do that? No, it's just simple. I tell you, hey, renter's insurance is now under your name. It's on your account. When we signed myself off the lease, Dad's there. Hey, It's already taken care of. It's on her account. Oh, let me just forget for 20 days and then bitch about it. It's like the opening thing you do is like, hey, is he off the account? Okay, good. It should come out of this account. Oh, it's already set up. Perfect. Because guess what? When we signed up for the renter's insurance, they asked for the account info for it to be direct deposited. Oh, I mean direct debited, sorry. And guess what? It was initially going to come out of your account. You gave me your account info, just like you gave it to me for me to your taxes and your, income-based repayment plan for your student loan. And then we decided I was going to take care of it. So then I put my account info. Both were there. It's just a simple click. And guess what? Now it comes out of your account. So yes, sue me for paying your bill. Oh my god, I can't believe I had to pay my bill. Yes. So you the audacity to send me message me like, don't fuck with me, I'm going to change my account info. Like, yeah, you're the type of person that can't do anything by herself. Somehow you have automatic debit for all your payments, and it causes you to overdraft. Trust me, I know. I did your taxes. A whole year of overdrafts? Yeah, I know. And you're going to close out your account, and then everything's just going to make it not go through because everybody set up automatic debit, and forget to call them. And it's just going to cause more problems for you. So I'm pretty sure, no. Just leave me alone. Yeah, she Snapchatted me something about whatever. It was a chat, like an actual text. Didn't read it because, I can tell she was constantly checking my snaps because you know how you can see who's on there, who's checking them out. And I'm just like, bitch, watch me. It's like, bitch, watch me. My life, way better than yours. And then she sent me something, and I'm like, I'm not even going to watch it. I'm not going to read this. Delete it. And she blocked me on it. Good. Thank you. Because that's another thing she likes to do. My ex likes to do. Stalk her exes. Oh my god, I can't believe you moved on. Bitch, yeah, you're hot, but that's basically the only thing you bring to the table. That was the only plus. Our kids would probably be beautiful. But, God, I keep picturing, like, how my kids would be, and I'm like, if the kids behaved like her, I may have to stab someone. It's just not worth it. Well, I would say that was a good opening episode of the podcast. We discussed mainly relationships and online dating and whatnot. But that's the thing that everybody should look forward to, the MexiMindMatters shows. It's going to be no nonsense, straight what comes out of my head, and not censored. None of this PC bullshit. If I want to say nigger me sideways or cunt muffin, I will say that on this show because we're not discriminating. I'm not violating the First Amendment. Oh, there's restrictions on the First Amendment, Alex. Who fucking cares? Seriously? If I want to say the N-word, I can say the N-word. If I want to say the C-word, I want to say the C-word. If I want to call you a slut bag, I want to be able to do that. I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to freedom of expression, as we like to say. Well, that's all the time we have for. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the opening show, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Trying to see if I can work on doing one sports and WWE related. I'm not sure what to call that one, but plenty of things to talk about there. All right, peace out, Holmes.